Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the winner's match of the ASL Prime Group C, round of 16. And I am Tempo, joined by Leth. How you feeling after that series, man?
I'm feeling pretty good. It was a long end final game, but it was still an awesome one to watch. And now we get to see the winner of both of those games, of that series no less, spawning in the top right position, wearing the pink and representing Team Acer, hailing from Canada, but currently in Korea. It is our Zerg player, Scarlett.
Learning how to use that Korean keyboard a little bit. She was talking about it in the lobby. It was kind of funny, but
yeah.
Spawning in the bottom right, it is gonna be the green Zerg. The Red Bull doesn't. Damn it, the RB doesn't stand for Red Bull, but Red Bloods it is. Lillekanin. Sad boys. Sad boys.
Dude, I messed up that one that I did yesterday, where I said that it was red instead of blue, and they were obviously blue. And other than that, it was so good. And then I just got the color totally wrong because I was just like, "Yeah, I've nailed it." And then I totally
you get so into it, and then you just totally get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, Caster problems, man. Caster problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we're here on Nimbus. Nimbus on the TVZ, our first TVZ of the day, or the night, or the afternoon, or the eve, depending on where you do live. And look at here, we are looking at a CC first coming out of Lillekanin.
Yeah, I mean, I like that decision in general. Going for CC first on this map, obviously, on Nimbus, one of the biggest maps currently in the competitive pool, if not the ladder pool, and soon to be reverted, as I've heard most people are pretty happy about. And the Scarlett doing the same thing. Both players going for bases first, because you can. It's a big map. You can get away with it. You're probably not going to get scouted first time, and you probably aren't going to have to worry about early pressure.
Yeah. But Scarlett getting that first scout, which also does mean that Lillekanin gets the first scout, and he's probably going to be happy about that, as he is going for CC first. Not being able to get that Reaper out means, well, he could get the Reaper out, but, you know, it's not like it's going to be on the same timing as if he had gone for the barracks first. So I guess it's kind of good for both of the players that they do know where each other are. And we'll see where Lillekanin is going to take this here, as his gas is just finished, and the barracks has already completed as well. And with that rally point, I'm assuming it will be a Marine. So Scarlett, though, not getting the gas just yet. She's going to be going maybe for a really fast third when she does realize that Lillekanin went for the CC first.
Yeah, it's only wouldn't be too much of a surprise to see her go for that, or maybe just a gasless opening style, I should say.
Yep.
Lillekanin, I'm pretty sure I know why he's saving up that gas. I'm pretty sure it's for a fast factory, because he loves him some mech units.
He does love those factory units quite a bit. We saw it in the first series of the day against a Protoss player, Arthur, who will be playing against Huck in the losers match. But here we go. It is going to be that factory going down immediately, and it's in a position, though, where don't think it's going to be a reactor just yet, because can you actually make, I don't know if you can make a reactor in that position. Okay.
No, you can't. You can't. That's what that lift is for. And actually, we're seeing the Ling sprint in straight away, not quite getting it. We'd seen a bit more commitment there out of Scarlett. She was trying to dance back to keep them alive, but she actually could have got under that, denying the barracks landing, and furthermore, getting into the base, getting a full scout off. That would have been perfect.
Yep. Scarlett, though, getting her gases now, and Lillekanin is dropping a third command center incredibly fast. If Scarlett was able to see, the factory was building right in front of her. So I wonder what we see out of her. You know, we've seen her do some two-base muta style, and that can punish mech quite a bit. If you go for those siege tanks and the Hellions first, don't have an armory to make those stores, and you skip out on that engineering bay to not get any turrets, you could be in a bit of trouble. But Lillekanin is going to be the one to set the macro tone of this game, as Scarlett using a first to 100 gas on something soon that we will see. Don't know what it's going to be.
Do you remember when we saw Scarlett in the round of 32 and she went for really fast mutas a lot of the time?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the layer was start. I didn't even see the layer start, yeah.
Yeah, the really, really quick mutalist play, where we saw her just kind of go for this very, very quick progression with a late third, maybe about the 9-minute mark, into Lingbei Muta, because it got the fast mutas out to deal with drops and hellbat pushes, compared to a more standard style where you get the third before going up towards the lair.
Yep. We might see that from her, as she's playing it a bit safe here. We saw her fall to some hellbat timings earlier, and she's getting the spine crawler to be safe. And I wonder if she's going to add on any more queens. You know, she has, I think, 3 out. She has 4 queens out, so that's the kind of standard amount that you get when you do go for the gasless build. And then she goes and takes her 3rd, and Lillekanin is going to see this and be like, all right, it's a little bit later of a 3rd, so got to, yeah, look at that Spire going down. Got to be very careful as a meching player against this fast Muta style.
This is going to be, I think she's going to be able to hold because she's got, with this late base that she's taken, a bit earlier than I expected actually, coming up before the 8-minute mark, but still, maybe she's refined the style since last time. Maybe it was just a trial in the first time we saw her in the round of 32, but now it's the round of 16, she's worked on it, she's nailed it down, and got it to the point where it's a fine art rather than just a kind of clunkily wielded tool.
Indeed. You're absolutely right with that. A scan is going to go down in both of the natural and the main. Going to see the Spire making, so he should be able to prepare for that. He's already dropped down the double armory, so yes, he will be going for mech in case you didn't know from the 2nd factory and the 3rd one as well. And this is the decision he makes right into Thor. You know, you may have seen Siege Tank if you were expecting a gasless into Roach, but that double scan with those 3 command centers is definitely, you can afford it. Mech, a lot of the mech units rely more on the gas than on the minerals, so he's able to prepare for this, and there's no Roach Warring on, so it's not like Scarlett can really punish it just yet. So 8 meters are going to be on the way.
In the chat. Yeah, 8 meters are going to be on the battlefield in short order, going to chase away those Hellbats as soon as possible. The Lings almost getting up the ramp, I thought, instead just going into the 3rd base, where those poor SCVs almost completely undefended except by a couple of Marines. And more and more. Now Thor going to join the battle, but Thors do not fare that, well, they don't fare very well against Lings without just, they can't kill them fast enough.
Yeah, they actually don't at all, and this is a very hard defensible position, well, hardly defended position, but the Hellions are going to be doing a bit of work, but that Spine Crawler and the Queens, so many Lings are coming out of Scarlett here, and she's going to be droning off of this attack, and if she gets this command center, I don't think she will, but these Thors are going to say something different about that. SCVs are coming to repair. One more volley, and that could be trouble.
Yeah, that was a painful volley. That Scarlett immediately knew. She saw that damage go down and just went, boom, no, out of here. Need to get out of here right now. And that's exactly what they did. Now darting into another base, trying to do some more damage, but there's turrets up. Lillekanin is really prepared for this. Yep.
Gonna lose a few of his supply depots. And that's all that Scarlett can really do at this point. Yeah. Forcing Lillekanin off of 3 bases is, I mean, that's not bad at all. A meching player wants all the gas that he can get. And she's going to play it greedy off of this. 17 drones, taking a 4th, drop the Roach Warren to be safe, and we may even see her drop down an infestation pit. But if she doesn't and only goes for these Roaches, if Lillekanin overcommits to Thors, then he's going to find himself in trouble because he's not going to have any way to really deal with the Roaches.
It's gonna be, he's gonna need to put out some tanks in fairly short order to deal with a big Roach swing, and maybe that's why Scarlett's doing it. She's seen that at this point he's wide open. He doesn't have any splash units to deal with a big flood of Ling Roach. But it could also just be the fact that she's decided that that's maybe just a decent counter in general to this style. When a Terran is getting established in mech, they are a little bit weak and they can't take bases that quickly, that effectively. Having gone for big Hellion flow at the start of the game, she kind of has put herself in Lillekanin has put himself in a situation where he can't expand particularly aggressively, so Scarlett is taking advantage of that by producing units to keep him suppressed, whilst also expanding herself to a quick 4th.
Oh, gotta watch out for those mutas, though. Flying them over 3 Thors and losing quite a bit of them. 5 of them, but here come the Roaches. There are 0 tanks out right now. It's only just now beginning to be produced. Scarlett could get some good damage done here, because this is only 4 Thors. Lillekanin is trying to split up a few of his Thors so that they can defend everywhere. But, I mean, you're going to have to see a really big repair here, because this is going to be a bit scary. And as soon as those Thors go down, the mutas are going to swing in and be able to participate in the fight, too.
The storm is coming.
It is. And it's not even, there's no Protoss in this match at all.
I know, it's a storm of Roaches.
Yep.
Roachnado. It is on its way in. Blue Flame Hellbat's going to do their best to deal with this, but actually the splash units just are not out. There's one tank on the high ground that I can see. All of those Thors going to get picked off so quickly as the Mutas fly in to absorb the shot from the Thors, stopping them firing on the Roaches even in the first place. There's now units. Oh, the Roaches might not be able to focus that. No, they're going to get it. They are getting that Thor.
Did
the
you see
third
the Scarlett
base has been obliterated.
to draw in the anti-air attack of the Thors while the Roaches just killed everything, and GG will be called.
Alrighty, folks, we are here for the second game of the series. This ZVT reversed from where Supernova was yesterday, but maybe the score will be reversed too. We can't say now. Spawning in the bottom left, in the red, representing Team Acer, it is our Zo player, Scarlett.
And her opponent spawning in the top right. Proxy and Arax on the other side of the map is gonna be our Red Bloods representative, Lillekanin. And whoa, look at this opener here. This is like a Jaedong opener, man. I don't know why I always say Jaedong opener
kinda.
when, like, in reality, it's like Lenok does it a bit, especially in like ZVP, and Life even does it. This kind of.
Well, if Life does it, it
opener.
can't be too bad.
Yeah, it's like a Speedling opener in ZVT. And that's exactly what she's going to do here. But wait a minute. What is Lillekanin putting a bunker on the high ground, not seeing a hatchery? He's going to make a Reaper. And Scarlett already has speed on the way. So there's nothing at home for Lillekanin. I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah, it is. It could pose a slight issue. I mean, he's trying to wall off across the front, but converting into a cheese style from what was... I mean, he went CC first in the previous game, so that's macro as it comes, really. And here... you got cheese. Straight up, straight away, cheese. There's Lings on the bunker. The SCV's going to try and fix it up, but it just has to jump in and out and do what it can, breaking the target. And actually, the salvage coming down just about get it. This is forcing some units out nice and early from Scarlett, but in general, this doesn't feel like a particularly good investment from Lillekanin. And I think that it's going to hold him back as soon as this barracks ends up. It's lifting up. Yep, going to the natural though.
To the natural, so he will deny the natural there, but Scarlett really shows no signs of wanting to get a natural as she has started to mine gas again, dropping the Baneling nest, and guess what? There's going to be really nothing much at home. He's getting a bunker, but if he's even producing units to put stuff in it, because you can't put factory units into bunkers, mate.
No, you cannot. It doesn't work. Even the Hellbats, who are allegedly biological, they can't get in the bunkers. It doesn't work.
No. And this is looking really bad for Lillekanin. He's going to maybe be able to get a Reaper into the main and see that it's coming, but he's going to have to either get a sick Widowmine hit or get a good amount of Hellions out to try to kite on the way back. But, I mean, you're not going to be able to get a good amount of Hellions out. He's going to produce one at a time, and he just doesn't really have... he doesn't have the means to deal with Banelings that are going to be coming out, but that are going to have speed with the Lings following it. So here we go.
This is not looking good at all, to be honest.
No.
If you're in Lillekanin's shoes, you know what is coming. He saw it with the barracks. He knows that there's a flood of Lings. I don't think he saw that there's Banes, but you've got to be aware. And at this, now he's aware. God, now is he aware. Jumping that Reaper straight back up, getting in the bunker, but the Banelings are going to move straight up the ramp, crashing into the factory, damaging both of the depots there. The Lings are in the main. This is going to all come down to Lillekanin's micro, and he's going to have to micro like a god to get away with this.
Uh-oh, well, the SCV is going to be running back. Just not enough here. The wall is still open. Lings are flooding in. Lillekanin is not mining at the moment, and he just can't get enough out. He's making one Hellion at a time. There's two bunkers, but there's only one Reaper.
Yeah, those Banelings are just making the SCVs dance, and all the time they're dancing, they're not mining. It's coming, it's coming! They can't fight, they can't stand and fight. Every time they stand and fight, they get closer to dying, and every time he stops fighting, the Lings just chase down more and more. The Banelings haven't actually done anything to the SCVs at this point, and there are, what, two remaining, maybe? 3 SCVs remaining for Lillekanin, now down to 0, and the Mule, which is dead.
GG, well played. Scarlett is in the round of 8, in the playoffs, in the money, and Lillekanin will be waiting to face against the winner of our next match.